Hi ladies, my name is Kelly Olin and this video is all about how to plan and execute an awesome vendor show or expo or pop-up or whatever you want to call it. First I want to talk about kind of the purpose of vendor shows or doing these types of pop-up events. The purpose of these are to network and to meet new people. Bottom line, okay? So that is the number one purpose going into these types of events. So it's important to have that expectation for yourself that you're probably not going to sell thousands and thousands of dollars depending on the event, which we'll talk about. And that you're probably not going to recruit every single person that comes by you, okay? It is a long-term strategy. It's the very beginning of the whole sales cycle, okay? And it's really important that you do these because you will meet new people this way and fill your funnel with lots and lots and lots of leads to eventually grow and turn into customers, hostesses, and potential team members as well. So me personally, I try to do no less than 3 pop-ups or something like this every single month because again, I treat them as a networking opportunity to just get outside of my immediate network and meet people I never would have met had I not gone out and kind of met this group of people. So set that expectation for yourself and know that it is a very critical part of your business, but it's not something that's going to be that instant results that you look for. It's not going to get you exactly those thousands of dollars that maybe you're trying to pull in by the end of the month, but it is something important to do for a long-term growth and sustainability of your business. Okay, so that's first what I wanted to say about vendor shows. The second thing is let's talk about like where do you find these opportunities? What are good opportunities? There are so many opportunities out there. Like when I say that I try to do no less than 2, I feel really lazy because honest to God, I probably could do 10 or I could do 1 a night. I could want to do 1 a day if I really, really focused on it because they're not difficult to book. I would say your booking average, like once you reach out to these venues, is way higher than had you just been like reaching out for like booking parties or asking learn about the opportunity. So you're going to get yeses a lot more. So that actually kind of feels good if you feel like you're in like a booking rut and you're like, I just want somebody to say yes to me. Then vendor shows are a great thing to kind of get on your calendar because it's pretty easy to do, or these pop-ups. However, depending on the venue, again, you have to set your expectations properly and realize what kind of people you're going to be seeing. So for example, some ideas for you. Of course, there's baby shows out there. There's mom's shows. There's mom to mom sales. There's women's shows. There's health and fitness shows. There's even like opportunities to go specifically to a gym and pop up at a gym, or go to a health food store or a vitamin store or a fitness store and pop up there. Think about our product line. It is so versatile in the health and fitness and well-being space and kind of transcends into motherhood and women. There's so many different opportunities for collaborations. However, depending on what that venue is, people may or may not be in the mind space to shop with you. They might just be like going to the gym or going to spinning class one morning and not really thinking about shopping. Where if it was like a holiday vendor show, their intention is to be there to shop. So you might have higher sales at like a holiday gift-giving vendor type show than you would at like a SoulCycle pop-up on a Saturday morning. However, you're going to meet some amazing people that way. And so I'm going to show you a very important tip that I would never do a vendor show without this tip. This tip is you have to do a giveaway. And I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a second. But I wanted to kind of set your expectations and give you some ideas of the different places so that you can do this because there are endless possibilities. I'll give you another example. We're going into the summer. I've reached out to local running groups, and actually I'm going to be an in-kind sponsor at a couple of different running events and even their practices, popping up, sponsoring them by giving a portion of my sales back. And that's a good point to say too, so sometimes these vendor shows will, or pop-up events or whatnot, I would say typically with a vendor show, they're going to ask you for a flat fee for your table. And I've paid up to like $100, maybe even $100, I don't know if I've gone over $100, but about $100 for a table. Now, that's not to say I wouldn't pay more if it was a multi-day event or if there were going to be thousands of people specifically in my target market that were going to be there. But if it's just, at a school PTA event or something like that, I don't know if I would pay more than $100 because I'm probably not going to see that many people in a couple hour time span, right? So you kind of have to weigh like, okay, how many leads am I going to get and how much am I willing to pay for those leads and what could that shake out to be? Now think about it this way though, like if you meet the right person and they book a party with you, that right there, like $1,000 party, that's, you know, $200 or $300 right there just for that party. And who's to say what other party you book off of that or recruits that you get off of that? I mean, here's an actual example. When we were opening Canada, I called a ton of gyms in Windsor. I found this tiny, teeny gym, just like a small hit gym to offer me to come for free. And this is another point too. We were talking about prices. So like vendor shows oftentimes will ask for a flat fee. Gyms, I've never had asked me for a flat fee. If anything, they're doing like a charity event and they want me to donate a portion of my sales back, which, to be honest, and I tell them this up front too, I say, I don't really typically get a ton of sales up front, but they're totally fine with that. They're like, all right, no big deal, whatever you can give is fine. But then I give a portion of the sales back, like let's say 10 or 15% or something like that. But a lot of times it ends up being pretty cheap because, you know, like $15, $20 because I'm not really selling a lot there. Anyhow, I'm just getting leads. So little side note there. But let me see which time I got here. I want to make sure I'm not going too slowly here for you. But yeah, so depending on what kind of event that you're going to have. So when I back to Windsor, so I did this teeny tiny pop-up, and out of that pop-up, I booked one party. I think I had like 15 leads or so. I had like a couple $100 in sales. I booked, sorry, not a pop-up. I booked an in-home show with a girl named Robin. She was awesome, so fun, right? So Robin's like, yeah, absolutely, I'll host an event. She hosts an event like a month later. Just giving you an expectation for timeline here, guys. A month later, I host this party with Robin. It's awesome. A bunch of girls come. I'm like, hey, Robin, who do you think would be like my next hostess of this group? Who do you think is super fun or whatever? And she's like, oh, there's this girl, Kelly, coming. And Kelly, you know, she sells another drug selling company, but she always hosts parties. She's super cute. She's super fit. I think she would totally host a party for you. Lo and behold, she books with me. A month later, I have Kelly's party. And she's got a bunch of friends coming. Actually, she almost canceled because she thought all of her friends were like bailing on her. But, you know, hostesses do that. And then, of course, I show up and there's like 10 people there. And I asked Kelly, I said, Kelly, who's doing today that you think would be like best rep with Zaya or be really excited about it or super fun to maybe be a hostess in the future? And she said, a girl named Tara. Lo and behold, Tara shows up. She's super fun, does not book with me. But I get a message from her the next day and she's interested in the business opportunity. And now she's got this exploding team here with Zaya. So amazing. All because I picked up the phone, or actually I probably just sent a bunch of emails and booked a pop-up shop at that tiny, teeny gym. Now, I emailed a lot of different gyms for that one pop-up, but it started that ripple effect. And so I want to kind of give you guys a vision that you have to be patient, but these pop-up events and vendor show events do really work. It's just having faith that the numbers will shake out. But out of every single event that I've done, I have gotten at least something out of a sale, a big sale, a lead, a party, maybe a customer that then turns into a hostess down the line. So there's always something that happens that's just building that funnel. Okay, I'm going to get off of that topic for now. But all right, so you get the idea. Now, typically, again, prices are going to be by a table. Sometimes they're free. And if they're free, it sometimes is a portion of your sales back. Or the best ones are, yeah, just come. The benefit that they have is, yes, come to my place of business, come to my studio, come to my fitness place or whatnot, and we just want to do something fun for our customers, and you'll do a giveaway, okay? So the giveaway typically is I do a bomber prop, okay? It's a lower price point item. I can put it on display. I put the hot pink one on display because it's really pretty, and I say, you know, you pick your color, you pick your size, but it is a conversation starter. So let me talk about kind of the setup and what I actually do at the event, but those are kind of the financial parts of it. So you are going to make a little bit of an investment, but you are totally going to get paid back by marketing your business this way. Okay, so the setup. What does this event look like? So some places will have a table already for you. Some places don't. I have a table many of you have a table that you can bring with you. So just note to ask if they have a table and a tablecloth for you too. A tablecloth, I have just a solid black tablecloth. You can get like a Zaya iron-on decal. You can purchase it off of Etsy. If you're creative with a Cricut, you can do it yourself. You can even buy a whole printed catalog. There's different things online for you to order an entire tablecloth that way too. But those are some different options for a tablecloth. It definitely looks nicer than not having a tablecloth. So have a tablecloth. If nothing else, just bring a solid white or solid black tablecloth and we'll look at this. Another option that is so optional, I don't even have one of these, but they look adorable, are these like pop-up banners. Jeannie Jablonski has an adorable one. We'll get a photo of that for you too. And I should say too, everything I'm talking about, guys, is going to be housed on a page on Zaya Threads with resources. So everything I talk about, the flyers, images, links, all that in a toolkit is going to be on the Zaya Threads website. So everything's going to be in one spot, and we will get everything that I mentioned on that page so that you have those resources. Okay, so a pop-up banner, super cute. It just kind of draws attraction to your party or to your booth or your table. Now, I don't have one of those, totally optional, but I think they are up like $100 to $200. If you have any questions, Jeannie Jablonski would be a good person because she's got an awesome one. Okay, so flyers. All right, so and not even like flyers, I would say more of just like stand-ups. I went to the dollar store and I got these like little plastic things. These are $1. Do not spend like $12 a piece. Staples wants to charge like crazy amounts of money for these. Go to the dollar store and find them and then stock up on them. I have a zillion. And so I get these and then I just print off stuff. So like I like to have some cute visuals on my table. I have this one. This is just like this is Canadian. But this is a comparison for our Lulu to Zaya price point, kind of draws people's attention in. I have the Zaya and Lulu size comparison, which isn't as applicable now because we changed our sizing, but I did have that because, of course, what is the first question people ask you about the product line? Like, how does the size compare to Lulu? I wear a 2 in Lulu. What do I wear with Zaya? So I have that up there just to be like, hey, you're not the first person to ask this question. I have our size guys as well. And then this is the free Bomber Bra flyer that I put right in front of my bowl, okay, right here, my drawing bowl. All right, so I'm gonna do a raffle. Now, I don't let whoever the gym people handle my raffle. No. If that's what they wanna do, be like, okay, I'll donate a bra to you, but I'm gonna do my own raffle because the real reason that you're there are to get these leads, which I'll show you how we do that, okay? So I put this in front of this. So I have that right there, and that's usually like the center point and the focal point of my table, like the center of the table. Everything is like circling around there of my table. I also might offer free shipping at that event only to try to get people to create a sense of urgency to shop now and not later. All right. And then I also, this is a new one I just put up, is now hiring brand reps, really just to let people know that we have an opportunity. So as people come by and they're like, well, what's Zaya? I'm like, okay, let me take a step back. All right, so Susan Hughes just getting out of her spinning class and she's walking by and I'm like, hey, how are you? Are you interested in entering for a free sports bra? And they're like, okay. And they come over and I have a stack of these. These are my little entry forms, okay? And this probably a couple stacks and lots of pens on my table. And I say, oh yeah, absolutely. Have you ever heard of Zaya before? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, cool. And as they're filling this out, I'm like, oh yeah, so Zaya is a brand new activewear line. And I'm here exhibiting it. We have everything from sport bras and tanks, as you can see here, but it's a super free activewear line, so fun. What kind of activewear do you wear right now? And they're usually like, oh, I wear Athleta, or I wear, Adidas, or whatever it might be. I'm like, oh, awesome, very cool. I'd love to hear your perspective of how the products compare. So I offer them the opportunity. If they want to try something on, they're more than welcome. But usually they don't, unless they're like really interested in buying something. They're all the while filling this out. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. We are looking for brand reps if that's ever something that you would be interested in, or if you know anyone that would be interested in that. Kind of then drop that hint every once in a while. And sometimes they're like, actually, I am. Because they're about to answer the question right here that asks them, are you interested in posting? Or are you interested in the business opportunity? So I see that they're filling out their information, and then sometimes if I see them pause at that, I'll say, you know, the bottom two questions, the first one's asking if you're interested in getting some free product by sharing this with your friends. You can do an in-home private showcase of the products, or we can do a Facebook party. The second thing is asking if you're interested in hearing about becoming a brand rep of their company, if you know somebody. And then they circle that, and then they crunch it up and enter it in there or whatever. So then I try to, like, you know, engage them in conversation, ask them questions, suggest different things, again, be kind of their personal shopper that way. And then the second that they walk away, typically, I go and I grab their little form and I write little notes on it. I put other things, no one's looking, and I write little notes on it, like, what did we talk about? Who is she? Oh, she's a personal, she trains here, or she's a student at this, or you know, her mother-in-law, you know, knows my mother-in-law, or something like that. So anything that we found in common, I'll try to, like, write little notes for myself too. And it will help me remember so that I do my follow-up. Okay, so that's kind of how the conversations typically go, and kind of what the setup looks like as well. Now, a big important thing. I know you're probably thinking, oh, I got these cute catalogs and brochures in my starter kit. Like, this is perfect. I'm just gonna put those out and they look so pretty and stuff. Don't do that. I do not do that, because what's going to happen is people will walk by your table and grab a catalog and go, and they're not going to fill out this form, and they're not going to, never going to get their information, and you will never hear from them. Okay, like, the probability of you hearing from them after they take one of your super expensive catalogs is slim to none. And so that is a huge waste of money and resources. So do not do that. I don't even put my business card out. I have my business cards, absolutely have business cards, but keep them, like, in your pocket, or, like, hidden behind one of your little signs or something like that, for when people ask them, and make sure you have their information first, and then you give them your business card too. Okay, you need their information, because this is important for you to follow up. It is not going to be important in their lives, because they're going to go on with their lives and they're going to forget they ever met you until you follow up. So absolutely, you're going to want to make sure that you get their information there. Okay, I think I've totally belabored that point. All right, so that's kind of how the conversation goes. Now, key point, follow up. You have to follow up with people. So I use these little forms when I get home as my kind of reminder. Okay, I need to follow up with this person. I want to send them a text message or a private message on Facebook. Well, first I will have to connect with them on Facebook. So actually, that's another thing that I do too, is if I'm just chit-chatting with them, they're telling me about their life or whatever, I'm like, oh my gosh, are you on Facebook? Let me connect with you right now. If they can whip out their phone and accept my friend request right then and there, and then accept my request to join my VIP group, that saves so many steps and is so much better. So I try to do that actually right with them right there on the phone, if I can, to save me time and them time in the future as well. But if not, I go home and I try to friend request people on Facebook as fast as possible, send them a little message on Facebook or via text, because I have their phone numbers now. Hey, I'm so good to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Here's a link to my VIP group on Facebook. Or I saw that you circled a 1 in terms of interest in business opportunity. And guys, anything over a 0 is interest. So, you know, that there's some curiosity there. So if they circle anything over a never or a 0, then there is some interest in this opportunity. So definitely follow up with them there and say, hey, I saw that you had some interest in the opportunity with us. If I, you know, added you to a Facebook group with some information, when you check it out. And then you can add them to the opportunity not space group as well. So following up those people are really important. Now, the ones that, like, you got the warm and fuzzies about, and we're like, oh gosh, this was a good lead. Like, I'm excited to work with this person. I'm excited to follow up with this person. Definitely always put them on your calendar too. So you're going to do follow up with everybody, connect. Those hot ones, make sure you also put on your calendar to follow up a week later, or maybe even 2 weeks later, just to remind yourself, if they haven't gotten back to you, that you don't, like, out of sight, out of mind, forget them. Put it on your calendar, follow up, so that you actually have something come to fruition from that lead. Okay, so I think that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you so much for your time. I'm so excited for you guys to go and put this into action. Like I said, new business, new blood, new fresh faces is going to just breathe so much life into your business. Whether you are kind of feeling like you're in a rut and you don't know who to call, and you feel like, oh, I want to call leads, but I don't have anybody to call. do a show like this, do a pop-up. It will breathe so much life into your business. And I'm so excited to see the results. So thanks again, guys, for checking in, and have a wonderful day. Bye.